Hey, what's going on guys? Moab here and welcome back to Destiny, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial for you guys. So we're going to be doing Nothing Left But the Fall. The quest line that you get is one of the very first ones that you get actually. When you go talk to Amanda Holiday, the shipwright, she will give you a ship and it'll start you off on Nothing Left But the Fall. So the first step is to go and talk to Zavala in the Hall of Guardians, and he is going to start you off on the mission. So when you go and talk to him, you continue the quest, and he's going to give you a mission to go and do restoration on the Cosmodrome on Earth. So here we are. We're going to set our destination on Earth, and it's going to be the only mission that you have unlocked, because this is when you first started your character. And then you will go all the way through the mission, and here is the very end. So you guys come to the end, clear out some ads here, shanks, dregs, and a few vandals, and then you will spawn in the final boss, who is actually fairly easy, nothing too difficult there for you to take out. And then once you've taken out the boss there, he'll drop some nice drops for you, so you just pick off the final 3 remaining dudes, and you will walk over the items, and it will continue on to the next step, which is going back to the tower, and you will talk to Zavala again about continuing the quest line. And so this time, though, he will have you do 2 missions. So this time we will be doing the Dark Within and the War Mind. So first, here we are. We're going to launch the first mission, the Dark Within, because it's level 3, and then the War Mind is level 4. You can do them in any order, really. It doesn't matter which one you do, just as long as you do both of them. And so on the Dark Within, you'll run through a mission, and then you'll get to the very end here where there'll be a wizard, and you don't even need to pick off any of these little dudes like the thralls or anything like that. You can just move straight up to the wizard and pick him off. 2 headshots with my sniper ended him off, and it kills everything else around you. You get a level up, as well as completing that half of the mission. Now you're moving on to the next part, the War Mind, and this mission is actually fairly simple, although it does take a little bit longer. So here you have it. You're in this like final room here. You deploy your ghost, and he will start scanning this thing, and you'll have to defeat 3 waves of enemies that come into the boss room. So the first wave is fairly easy. As you guys can see, I'm clearly picking them off with my scout rifle and just tossing a grenade every once in a while. And so there goes the first wave. Now comes the second wave. They're fairly easier, but they do have a couple captains as well as shanks this time. And so the captains, they aren't that easy. They aren't that hard, I guess I should say. But they also do hide behind these pillars here, and that is one of the difficult things. You will indeed need to get them to move out of there somehow. So I just started firing a couple sniper shots, and I was able to pick them off fairly easily. I still had to run over there in the end, though, to take out the dregs. Then it will spawn the third wave, which the majority of the characters or enemies from that wave will come out of that hole there. And there's 2 servitors, so you just take out both servitors, and then the final couple of dregs, and then your ghost will say, alright, now we gotta destroy this thing to make sure that they can't access it. It'll raise up, and then you'll just shoot it down. It doesn't take a whole lot of shots. It took just 1 whole clip from this simple sniper that I have. And then we will move on to step 5, going back to Zavala and talking to him again. Now, as you can see, we come up and he gives you a reward at this point. So you get to choose a piece of armor, and so I believe I end up choosing the chest plate from the 3. It really doesn't matter which one you choose. I just would choose the one that would best help you out. And of course, you do indeed get another quest. There are lots of quests that pop up throughout here. The next part of the mission, though, is to speak to Ikora Ray, and she will just have you continue the mission. You will move on to another mission on Earth in the Cosmodrome called the War Mind. And so this is the 7th step, I believe. Yes, this is the 7th step, as it shows you there. And so launch the destination. It is in Earth again, and then click on Earth, thank you. And then we go to the last array. And so you'll just launch this mission and we will get here. And so it is fairly simple. So you make it to the end here where you have to take out a captain. You deploy your ghost and he starts to pull up this, as you can see, an array is popping up front, and then it will spawn some enemies for you guys that will come out of hive ships. It's not too hard, nothing too difficult. There are a few waves of them though. It's mainly Thrall on this first wave here, as you guys can see, with a wizard who comes and follows up at the back. You just pick him off and another ship will arrive. As the array expands more, pick off some Thrall that come from the left and right, and then you will take out the main dudes, some acolytes who come from the ship, as well as a knight. And then there's some more Thrall, and a final ship does indeed appear. It just drops down some guys for you to take out, and then once you kill off the majority of them, it will spawn in some Thrall on the left and right side, as well as a Hollow Knight for the final dude that you have to take out. He's not too hard, just a couple shots for your special, and you should be down, and then you go back to your ghost, who shows you these things, and there you have it. That is the step 8. Now you have to go back to Ikora and speak to her again. She tells you to go back to talk to Zavala as he needs your help for the next step of this mission. And this will be, here you walk over to Zavala and he will complete step 9 for you. He gives you a heavy weapon, your first heavy weapon, and unlocks a slot for you, so that's pretty cool. It really just depends on what you kind of want to use here at this point, if you want to use a rocket launcher or if you want to use a heavy machine gun. And now we're moving on to the Devil's Lair, the first strike that you do complete, and this is the final step of the mission here. So the first part is the mesh generator. All you have to do is deploy your ghost upon the generator when asked for it, and then you complete 3 waves of enemies. And yeah, it's pretty simple. I think a couple of us do indeed go down when doing this, but I mean, it's because there's a lot of enemies. There's a lot of captains who spawn. You fight some wizards off on some of the layers. It is a level 8 strike, so I mean, it's not too difficult or anything. So here we have it. We're going to skip straight to completing the first mesh layer. You see we take out the last couple of shanks here. Mesh layer 1 is deactivated, and then we're going to go on to mesh layer 2. So as you guys can see, we're just standing around and we were kind of like, what is happening? Why isn't the other mesh layer deactivating? And then another vandal shows up and we just take him out. Mesh layer 2 is then deactivated, and then we will move on to mesh layer 3. There is a boss that spawns for the final mesh layer. It's this guy. I don't know how to say his name. Starts with an N. He is a Devil's Baron, and you just kind of shoot him over and take him out. And there you have it. Mesh layer 3 of 3 is done. As soon as you kill him, you don't even need to kill anybody else, really. But you should always take them all out just to get all the rewards. Then you'll have to move your way across the Cosmodrome. This is the second step here. They will drop a walker for you, actually. He is not the easiest. It took us about 10 minutes to complete this step of the mission. We did have to reset once during those 10 minutes, and so it was kind of like whatever. It's mainly because of the amount of damage that he deals when he shoots his rockets. So as you guys can see, we have him here, very low health, one shot to his leg, and he is dead. Alrighty guys, so now we're going to be moving on to the final part of this whole long series of missions, as well as the strike itself. And so here we are at the final boss battle. The door opens up and you see Sepix Prime. First you gotta take out all the little random dudes who are all around the place. You just kind of knife them down and stuff like that. They are fairly simple to take out. Then you have Sepix. He looks and he dismantles his shield, and then he's good to go. You can start laying into him. He is a fairly simple boss to beat. Just do not get close to him. That is the only thing that you have to make sure that you don't do, is if you get close to him, he will do this. He will expand himself and try to suck people up, and it does tons and tons of damage, even if he doesn't suck you up. Generally, it's a one hit to anybody with, even no matter what your armor amount is. And so yeah, so now we are going to got him on half health there. He's fairly simple. We're just kind of taking him out at this point. Boom, and he's teleporting all over the place. And as another wave comes in, there's a lot of waves that come along with the Sepix Prime. They're all fairly simple waves though. They're not anything too difficult. As you guys can see, he does teleport. He does have set locations to teleport to. They are the middle, behind, in the back, then up on either side to your left and right. He'll usually be above the left platform, and then he also spawns behind you. He'll spawn behind you on your back on the left side, and then he also has that one spot there on the very edge of the left platform. So as you guys can see, we're getting very near to the end of killing him. He is very low on health, doing some more teleporting around, just kind of like taking him out, killing all the random guys who come along, and we're just kind of shooting him over. Super up, and I mow a couple guys over here with my super. Nothing too fancy. It's not upgraded yet to where I would like it to be. And as you guys can see, kill Sepix, your screen flashes white as his body disintegrates. And that is the end of this mission. You guys have completed this storyline. Congratulations. And you get some rewards, some stuff. You go to the tower. There is a little chest there that you might want to check. It's not always there for everybody though, usually for new players. So you go talk to Zavala, and he gives you either boots or gauntlets is what he gave me, and so I chose the boots. And that's the end of this video. Like if you enjoy and are excited for some more Destiny, and I will catch you guys next time. Until then, see you guys later. Peace.